my channel. Today I am super excited to be sharing with you some candy cane kind of inspired DIYs mixed in with some elf DIYs, and it's all for my new tree that I'm gonna be decorating in my rec room. So the materials that I'm going to be using are just a mismatch of things that I had around the house. Just want to really use as much materials as I have before I go out and buy some more. I did buy a couple DIY supplies, but I really want to just kind of push through and use up as much as possible before the new year and all the new DIYs are coming in January. So without further ado, let's get crafting. The first DIY that I'm starting off with, I am using this piece of cardboard that I had on hand, and then you will need something to trace a circle. So I'm using a lid from a candle holder, from a candle like Bath and Body Works candle. I don't think this one is Bath and Body Works, but you get the idea. And I trace it out. I will be making 2 of them, so I need 4 circles. And once I have them traced out, I will cut them all out. This is a very simple DIY. However, there are several steps to it, so it does take a little longer to make. So I'm using also these dowels or sticks. You could use popsicle sticks as well if that's what you want. And I'm hot gluing them to the one side, and then I'm going to hot glue the other circle on top. So I'm wedging the stick in the middle. And I repeat the same thing for the other one. And then once that is done, you can use tissue paper if you have tissue paper. You can use printer paper if you want. I am going to use some coffee filters because I have lots of these on hand. I'm also going to use Mod Podge. So I'm going to apply Mod Podge on top, on the sides, and then a little bit on the other side because I'm going to be applying some more as I go. And then I'm going to add my coffee filter on top and smooth it out. And then once it's smoothed out on the one side, I'm going to make little slits. This will be just make it easier to fold around without wrinkling too much. And I also make a little bit of a bigger slit on the bottom of it so I can fold it easier right around the stick there. So, and then as I fold, I will be adding a bit more Mod Podge just so they can sit on top where they overlap nicely.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased.
Now to finish it off, I'm just gonna brush a little light layer of Mod Podge on top. You want this to dry completely and then repeat the same process again with another one. I did not bother showing you that because it was the same thing over again. So you want 2 layers of the coffee filter or the tissue paper or whatever you're using. And then once it's fully dried, I gave it 2 coats of white paint, waiting fully to dry in between the coats. Then when that was fully dried, I took a pencil and just drew on some swirls where I want them to kind of go and which ones I want to paint red, which ones I want to paint white. I think the diagram that I drew I was the only person that knew what was going on because I was going you want them all to be curved one way, whereas I kind of went half one way, half the other way. So then I had to fix it. And then I pretty much you paint every other one with red paint, and then you also will add a red paint, just a thin line of red paint in the middle. That's at least that is what I did. And then you want this paint to completely dry. So once they were both dry, you can see one looks a little bit better than the other. But don't worry, because you're going to be applying tons of glitter, which will make things look so much better. I am going to first apply a layer of Mod Podge over the red using a wider brush and then a thinner brush for the thinner lines, and then I'm going to sprinkle the Mod Podge, the glitter. I am using the Recollections glitter from Michaels. And here I am just doing the thinner lines now, and I will repeat the same thing for the other one. Now you could also, so don't forget to do the sides as well, and you could also do white glitter in once this dries completely. In between, I just left mine with just the white paint because I liked the way it looked.
It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and
To brush off any glitter that maybe is stubborn and doesn't want to fall off, I am just using a clean brush. And here they are. I think they turned out really cute. For my next DIY, I cut up these 3 little houses. I'm going to call them houses, and I'm going to use this apple barrel and folk art acrylic paint. The green one is the folk art and it's bright green. The red one is flag red, and then the white one I think it's just called bright white. And I'm going to paint each one of these with each color. And I'm just going to paint I'm going to call it the front, the sides, and the top. I'm not painting the back.
making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Once they were painted and dried, I gave them some sanding, and I really liked how distressed this made it look. And even the white one, I sanded down a little bit. The white one obviously didn't show as good as the other ones, but you could still see it a little bit. I picked up this fur ribbon from Dollarama, and I'm going to be using it as well as some of these beads. They all came from Dollarama, and I just picked out 3 of them, and I'm also going to cut up this burlap ribbon. I just wanted it to be a little bit thinner, and so I'm cutting them in half.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents.
So I'm going to glue this ribbon onto each of the little bodies or the little houses, kind of in a half midpoint.
I've been hanging marbles in the tree, and I've lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols.
So now to add the fur, I think you're getting figuring out what I'm actually making here. So the fur, I just gave it a little cut in the middle, lower, because I want the bead to go in there. And then I just fringed it a little bit, got rid of any loose fur. That was a really big job getting rid of all that loose fur. And then I'm going to glue it on, and then I'm gonna glue the little bead for the nose, and then I'm also going to add some eyebrows just by cutting little pieces of the fur ribbon and adding it on. So they ended up looking like angry gnomes a little bit. So I'm going to repeat this process for the rest of them. If you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, my name is Sonja, and welcome. I hope you like what you see, and if you do, I would love it if you considered subscribing and pressing that notification bell so you don't miss out any of my uploads. And make sure you also check out the full playlist in case you've missed some of the videos that I've already posted on my Christmas DIY playlist. There's tons of inspirations from hot cocoa stations to ornaments to signs. So I'm sure you'll find something that you will enjoy. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continuing support.
We'll be singing all the melodies
I just love the way these guys turned out, and you can also add a little bit of a rope on the top to hang them as ornaments, and the coloring will go perfect with the candy cane theme. This DIY was so easy and simple to make. I had these round circles from a summer kit, wood kit that I had. There are actually oranges on the other side that you can paint, but I will be adding some of this fun tissue paper that I had from one of the birthday parties, and I'm just cutting it so I can get two equal pieces to Mod Podge on top. I thought this would be a perfect ornament for that candy cane theme, kind of like a candy, hanging candies, because I do find that the tissue paper resembled candy. So I'm going to Mod Podge it, and I'm going to add a piece of rope to all of them, just so I can hang it on the tree.
Sun comes up. These are the good times with you, baby. This year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, la, la.
And you know, it wouldn't be a DIY if I didn't make some sort of a sign. I had this sign left over. I used parts of it already for a different Christmas DIY, but I loved the color of it, so I came up with an idea what to make. I went to my Cricut machine, and using Design Space, I created a candy cane sign that I printed on vinyl. I cut out on vinyl. So I'm going to just weed it out and transfer it on. I am using just a removable vinyl and Dollar Tree shelf liner as my transfer tape.
We do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again. To see you again, baby.
I did lose an E in the transfer, so I will be adding that separately because I just needed to get it off and add it.
This year, it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah. I've been longing to hold you close.
I think this sign turned out super cute. I love the white against the red, and I think I'm going to be adding this sign actually into the tree because I think it's going to look really, really nice.
Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be?
Now I saved the easiest to the last. I'm using some of these pipe cleaners that I had left over from daycare crafts, and this did remind me a little bit of those daycare crafts that we used to make. I am picking out 6 red and 6 white ones because I'm going to be making 3 of them. I am going to just add red, white, and then I'm going to twist them together from top to bottom, and I'm going to be creating one of those swirly sticks that you stick in a tree. I've seen Michael's carries them, I've seen them online as well. So once I'm done twisting them together, I'm going to take in my thick marker, I wanted something thicker that I can wrap the stick around, so that way my swirls are bigger. So I'm going to repeat the same process for all 3 of them. I cannot wait to use all of these in a tree. I think they're going to look so cute. Well, I hope you had enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you head on over to my home channel where I'll be sharing all of these DIYs and how I use them in my decor. I've already started, so you can see a lot of the DIYs that I've created already there. And if you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I would love to have you be part of my YouTube family. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you all so much for stopping by and watching this video. Bye!